Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for Monday, May 5th. Starting off a new week here, we have the overnight trade a little bit firmer, led by the wheat market. Well, wheat prices up around 13 cents at this point in time. At one point we were up in the neighborhood of around 20 cents. And that's helping the corn and the bean markets, as well as the products. We've got the corn and the wheat, the beans and the wheat up roughly 2 cents. And we've got the meal and the soybean oil up around $1.50 in the meal and up around 5 points in the soybean oil. That being the corn and the beans up around 2 cents. The wheat market once again up around 13 to 15 cents, being led by a couple of factors in here. Number one, the hard red winter wheat area continues to be somewhat decimated with the type of weather it's been receiving. It was hot and dry over the weekend. Trade this afternoon anticipating that the hard red winter wheat numbers will be coming down as far as the conditions go, and there's really no rain in the forecast at this point in time going forward for those regions. That in conjunction with the ongoing geopolitical uncertainty going on in Ukraine and Russia, that limited selling interest in the overnight trade. We also had a little bit of tender activity over the weekend, most notably Saudi Arabia coming in for a large chunk of option origin wheat supplies. So with the conditions of the hard red winter wheat, the geopolitical and the export business, that gave the wheat market the boost in the overnight trade. On tap coming on up, we'll also be continuing to monitor our crop progress for the corn and the beans. We'll be getting our planting progress numbers out after the close. So looking for corn plantings in a wide range of anywhere from 25 to 40% complete, with bean plantings in the neighborhood of around 10% complete. It was somewhat of a good weekend weather-wise to try and get the corn and bean plantings moving along, and it looks that favorably for the week ahead. A little bit of a problem area for getting things planted could be in our northern states, so we'll keep an eye on that. Once again, the winter wheat conditions are expected to come on down. Although spring wheat plantings are expected to be in the neighborhood of around 30% complete, we'll see if we don't have a little bit further declines in that hard red winter wheat region. Other things on tap here today, we'll get our exports out at 10 o'clock. We'll continue to monitor our bean exports because we are out there trying to ration our bean supply, along with the fact that we'll see if we're still moving corn exports as a result of the USDA on the last USDA report raising our export number. And in a little while, we'll be getting a Canadian report coming on out as far as stocks go. Early indications are that the canola stocks are going to be the largest seen at this time of the year, along with wheat stocks maybe being at 20-year highs. We had a commitment of trades report that came out on Friday. The trade is still net long across the floor, that being the spec. All this being the planning progress, the weather, and or the commitment traders being long will all be a precursor to Friday when the USDA comes out with their monthly supply and demand tables. Once again, the USDA will be looking at a first look at the 2014-2015 marketing year, of which at this time we're looking for wheat stocks to be in the neighborhood of around 625 million bushels, corn a little over 1.7 billion, and the beans around 300 million. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Thank you.
Football game last night. I know. I've been short.